What's up, boys? How are we, legends? G'day, g'day. How are you, random person? Good to see you, mate. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, dude. What's up, Fighters Club? M4 operator. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. What is up, Paradox, you absolute Chad? It was very cringe, Paradox. It was incredibly cringe, old Brian Ortega and Tracy Cortez. How are you, Fighters Club? Stop leaving those filled baggies in my mailbox. They're for you to open. They're for you to open and to insert them into your mother so you can have a Dougie brother. So take those bags that I leave in your mailbox, give them to mum, tell her to squirt them into herself, and then you can have a Dougie brother. Isn't that what you want, Fighters Club? And how are you, KZ MMA? Good to see you, man. Is there Coke in that Coke? There might be some Coca-Cola in this Coca-Cola. How are we, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. We have got some news to talk about today. We've got Alexander Volkanovski giving us an update on his retirement. We have got... There was other news. Hang on a second. Let me have a look at my bookmarks and see what to take you guys through. We've got Alexander Volkanovski giving us an update on his retirement. We've got Sean Brady giving us an update on him moving down to 155. And we have got footage of Charles Oliveira. We've got footage of Charles Oliveira training for the Max Holloway point down. Literally training to swing and bang with Max Holloway should it come down to it. So, it's going to be pretty fun. Plus, we're going to add yet another name to our GOAT list ready to go. So, we've got a bit to talk about today, boys. We've got a bit to get into, man. Hello, Dougie. Are you sure you are not a casual? I'm pretty sure I'm not a casual. I live and breathe MMA. I live for this shit, so I'm pretty sure I'm not a casual super gamer. Feeling very Joe Rogan-y today. I am feeling a little bit Joe Rogan-y today as well. KMZ MMA, so... That's the two of us, brother. Slow day in Dougie's corner. It's actually going to be a good day today. It's going to be a good day today. How are you, Cheddarhead? Good to see you, mate. Hope that you have been well, Cheddar. Charles getting chinned as soon as Max points to the center. He might, but Charles Oliveira is preparing for it. Shall we start off with that, Chatterton? Let us start off with that. Let us start off with Charles Oliveira preparing to do the point down against Max Holloway. Let's jump over to that, shall we? This is training footage. Charles Oliveira practicing his stand and banging with Max Holloway at UFC 326, ready for the point down. Charles Oliveira is right here. He enters. He does the point down. And then they start throwing haymakers. Check it out, chat. Check it out. Point down from Oliveira. Sickness, mate. Sickness. Charles Oliveira is ready to go for the point down. He wants that smoke from Holloway. And then they're going to start just sharing hands. You love to see it, chat. Absolutely love to see that. I am so ready that Charles Oliveira is getting this locked in for the Max Holloway fight, man. Every single fight camp video of Charles Oliveira is him standing toe-to-toe with his teammates, giving and receiving CTE in high doses. This is why we love Charles Oliveira. Charles du Bronx. He lives for the CTE. He dies for the CTE. He is the CTE. What's up, Tyler Betts? Good to see you, man. I hope that you have been well. Hot take, he is just clipping that now in the gym because he knows he is not going to let that moment happen. I don't know, Tyler. We'll find out together, brother. We'll find out Saturday night. We'll find out Saturday night. If Holloway gets chinned, I'll be filled with glee. Really? You don't like Holloway Fighters Club? You want to see him get rajad? Why, mate? I don't know if that's going to work versus Max Holloway. I don't know if it's going to work either, Chedhead, but I like it a lot. I've got a new thing that I'm doing for the channel, and Cheddarhead, you've just reminded me I need to include you in it. Cheddarhead. Don't forget Cheddarhead. Don't forget Cheddarhead. I'm going to message you on Instagram later, Cheddarhead. I need to know how you want me to add you into this thing that I'm doing for the channel. Somebody get a dude wipe to sponsor Charles Oliveira. The Tyron Woodley out on his ass, sponsored by Dude Wipes. What's up, Super Shotgun? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. He's going to grapple Max. He should grapple Max. That's how he could beat him. I agree. That's how he should beat him. If you don't like the stream, you're exactly right, Fighters Club. Make sure you like the stream when you get here. Super Shotgun, of course you've liked the stream. Tyler, of course you've liked the stream. KZ MMA, of course you've liked the stream. Come on, boys. Rumors of Kadyrov in a coma and near death. They there's always these. Remember, Putin's had cancer for 10 years, and Kim Jong-un has got cancer, and Xi Jinping has got cancer. Dictators that are always close to. I don't know, Shotgun. Sure, maybe not, probably not. Remember, Biden was close to death, and Trump is close to death because of the thing that's going on in his hand. You know how it is. Have you seen him recently? His face is super bloated, like he's on some medication. He's just old. Look, maybe he is. I'm not saying maybe he is. Like, eventually one of them's got to die of something. But they've always got that thing. So I don't know, Shotgun. I liked the stream. Thank you, Super Gamer. What upcoming fight will divide us like Poatan versus Ank 2? I think it will be Max versus Charles. I think that's a very 50-50 fight. What's up? Dark Light Delirium. How are you, man? Good to see you. The dark light is upon you. How's that Okay. I'm in a Robocop suit. Only his brain survived. Oh, rumors are that Kadyrov is in a Robocop suit. Only his brain survived. Okay, very good, very good. So yes, Charles Oliveira. He's standing and banging. He's getting ready for the Max Holloway swing to go for it. I like this. I like this from Charles Oliveira. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys was Sean Brady. Sean Brady mentioned that he would be considering going down to 155 after Michael Morales chinned him. He was going to go to the UFC PI and see how a weight cut to 155 would go. Well, the UFC PI told him that him going to 155 was essentially a death sentence. He's got no chance of being able to make 155. They put him on a special meal plan for a couple of weeks. The lowest his body got was 190 pounds. Too far to hit 155. The UFC PI team do not want him moving down to 155 pounds. So Sean Brady looks like he is going to be the gatekeeper. Sean Brady is your new welterweight gatekeeper. It is official. Sean Brady ain't going fucking nowhere. He ain't taking on nobody new. So, too bad for Sean Brady. Looks like he is the gatekeeper of welterweight. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Dougie has sold Australian information. Dougie has sold Australian information to the CCP. I think we all have in Australia in some way, Fighters Club, you know. China is definitely spying on us Australians, so I think in one way or another we absolutely have, mate. We need another roll call soon so I can show my allegiance to Team Nacho. We do need to do a roll call. Actually, before Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway, we do need to do that roll call. I think I'll probably do that roll call, say the Tuesday or the Wednesday after the Paddy Pimblett-Justin Gaethje fight. Obviously, we've got a slide for the end of the card for that one. So I think after Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje will be a good time to do a Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira roll call. Kadyrov is one of those Muslims that drinks vodka when no one is looking, aka a Dougie. I drink vodka when everyone. I drink vodka all the time. I drink vodka like water. I don't hide the fact that I'm a raging alcoholic. I don't hide that at all. He could make 155 if he lost muscle. I think that's what they were trying to do, Shotgun. Like seeing if they could diet him down to being able to hit the range. But yeah, apparently the PI team were like, no, don't do it. Sean Brady was stupid thinking about moving down to 155. All he has to do... Sean Brady was stupid thinking about moving down to 155. All because he lost to the Zesty Spider-Man. Yeah, well, I mean, if you had lost to the Zesty Spider-Man, you might want to go on a hunger strike as well, Super Gamer. Alright? If you had your ass handed to you by a very openly homosexual man, you might give up on food as well. So... how about a little bit of fucking grace for Sean Brady? Huh? Super Gamer? Why don't you consider that, motherfucker? The UFC PI is so spastic. They've been telling loads of fighters they can move down, then going back. The UFC PI, it's so spastic. They've been telling loads of fighters they can move down, then they go back on that as soon as they try. Dana must be in their ear. Maybe, I disagree. I completely disagree with you, Mr. C. Look how well the UFC PI has done for fighter conditioning. Not at all. If Brady didn't have such a hammer on him, he'd be able to make 155. Well, where do you think Conor McGregor got those workouts from? He got it from Sean Brady. Him and Sean Brady were mates back in the day, and Sean Brady taught Conor McGregor everything that Sean Brady knows. That's why he's got such a raging hammer between them their legs. What do you mean by a roll call? I mean, I go through the chat and I get you guys to say one by one whether or not you're going for a certain fighter in a certain fight, and then I take a list of it, and then that list goes on the end of all of the videos. Super Gamer has just outed himself as someone who doesn't watch Dougie's Corner videos. He's only here for the live streams. Boom! Busted. What's up, Nacho? Good to see you, brother. How are you, man? I gave up the name Justin Kennedy. Jock bullied me into changing it. Good, Chinos. Good. It was horrible for you to do that to Justin Kennedy. The original and the best Justin Kennedy. Original flavored Justin Kennedy. Now you are Chinos. Did you see Francis's coach saying he wants him to make up with Dana? Well, look who's come crawling back. Well, you're done with the PFL. They have no one else for you to fight. All the boxing promotions are now going through Saudi Arabia, Dana White's biggest partner. Francis Ngannou, your career is over. I hope you enjoy the $30 million you scammed the world out of. You'll never make another fucking dollar in combat sports again. Has the GOAT list been finished? Haven't even started it yet. We were just going over 2 bits of news to show you guys since we got more people rocking up. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to like the stream, guys. We have Sean O'Malley at his gym training specifically for the Max Holloway. He does the point down. He does the little point down. And then he starts swinging and banging. You love to see it. So we had that little bit of news that we were just catching up on, as well as Sean Brady confirming that he went to the UFC PI and tried to do some weight cutting tests and a diet plan. The diet plan only got him down to 190 pounds and not even close enough to start cutting down to 150. So that's what we've been up to, boys. Dance for me, boy. Dance for me. I would never lose to a gay man in a fight. I agree, Super Gamer. How are you, Badge? Good to see you, man. Dong Fu you. Nacho is 1-0 against Dougie in roll calls. Well, fuck me, he is too. Yeah, he is. Nacho is 1-0 against me with the roll call. So Team Nacho is one fight up. Team Nacho is 1 fight up, and I guess Team Nacho is Paddy Pimblett for the next pay-per-view. So we dance again, Nacho. We dance again. Just doing some paperwork, finishing up for the day. How'd you go with the roof? Ceiling, and I did great. All good. I'm on to a new ceiling tomorrow. So there's some paint. There's some paint on my hands. And we're on to a new ceiling tomorrow. We're well and truly back into the work week, aren't we? Chugging your dong? Disgusting. I'm a busy man, Dougie. That's fair enough, Super Gamer. You just called Oliveira Sean O'Malley. I'm an idiot. I poured some concrete today. That is very hard work, Darklight. Well done, dude. Very, very hard work. Very manly work. Masculine work, that is. Right, the next bit of news, just before we get into the GOAT discussion, the last bit of news that I wanted to share with you guys that I saw from MMA Twitter throughout the day was Alexander Volkanovski once again confirms he doesn't know where the fucking retirement fight rumors have come from. He doesn't know where the retirement fight rumors have come from. Now, if he gets his ass absolutely handed to him by Diego Lopez, obviously he will retire. But if he wins, he very much plans on taking on either Movsar Evloev or Lerone Murphy. I think it even needs to be a particularly bad loss for Volk to want to just walk away from the game. So I don't know why everyone's been telling Volk he's retiring, but Volk isn't retired. That's not the game plan to retire from this fight, as per Ariel Hawani. And I also would like to take this time. Me and Nacho hinted towards it in yesterday's stream. And I just, while there are people here, how are you, Gaz Ninja? I noticed there's 20 people in the chat. Make sure you all like the stream. We need motion if we're going to be getting fighter interviews. Liking the stream helps it go out there to a new audience. But I do want to make this announcement now. I'm an Arman Sarukian fan. Listen, I thought Arman Sarukian was the boringest motherfucker in the world. I'm an Arman Sarukian fan. I actually enjoy watching Arman Sarukian fight. The ground and pound is savage. The fact that he's rich as fuck and that he doesn't have to do this and he does choose to do this is kind of cool as shit. The fact that he is just a rage-fueled monster and headbutts cunts punches people in the crowd, doesn't give a fuck that Aiden Ross has a loaded gun in the car and just starts waving that thing around. He's grown on me. He's grown on me. I'm Team Sarukian. I am Team Sarukian. I'm sorry. I'm Team Sarukian now. How are we, boys? Good to see everyone. Good to see you all. Let me go back and read some chats. I know I missed a couple of chats. And you'll dance for me, boy. Where was I up to? Poured some concrete today. Paint? Sure, buddy. Paint. Not to be that guy, but would you rather be pegged by Kayla Harrison or Bob Catter? Ooh, I guess Kayla, if you had to pick one. I rewatched Morales versus Jake Matthews last night. I've changed my JDM pick. I think Jack again. Yeah! Yeah! On your Nacho. Nice one, man. I love this switch up, dude. Volk is going to get bullied into retiring at this fight. Retire old man chance. That does seem to be what is coming up for Alexander Volkanovski. What's up, everyone? I see you there in the chat. I'm going to catch up to everyone's chats. I see you all there. Twisting your nips? No, that's not what I was going to admit, mate. How are you, Combat Catholic? Good to see you. Volk is going to be doing BKFC at 50 years old. He might go on an Anderson Silva-esque fall-off, and it would be horrible if he does. Paddington versus Armin Trash Talk Beef would be pretty fun. It would be good. It would be shotgun. I agree. RIP Dougie's dignity. I'm a fan of Sarukian. What can I say? Making Dougie say crude things is making my day. I don't like it, Darklight, because I get clipped. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, brother. Armin would have W aura if he wasn't inactive, but, well, yeah, no, that's true. But at least he's wrestling. He's doing something, right? At least he's doing something. How has it come to this? I remember convincing you that him headbutting Dan was warranted when we were at Hex. I don't know how we got here, Nacho, but here we are. This is the bed that we find ourselves in. Dan Hooker can't even grapple a grapist off his ma. Too far. Dougie, how good are you at UFC 5? Tell him, Nacho, how good am I at UFC 5, mate? I'm just unstoppable at UFC 5, Mitch. I'm a machine. Chinos, formerly known as the fake Justin Kennedy. Armin 100% better on the mic than Ilya. Armin got his own personality instead of copying Conor McGregor for quotes. You know what? That is the propaganda that I'm going to be running with. At least Armin is unapologetically himself, unlike Ilya Arturo the Duck, who just wants to be Conor McGregor. Thank you, Gas Ninja, for the £2. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Gaz Ninja, for the £2, mate. Thank you for the 2 bob. You're a good bloke. You're a fucking good bloke, mate. Thank you so much, Gaz Ninja. You're a legend. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. All the donations help the channel so much. I appreciate you, man. We need motion. Like the stream, boys. We need motion. We need fighter interviews. We need the channel to grow. Armin has grown on me too. Nice one, Darklight. Dougie said he looks up to Colby Covington and he admits that Colby Covington is his idol. Fuck you! Fuck you! I don't care much for his attitude, just the fact that he was inactive and calling for a title shot pissed me off. Well, now he's been active and now he is getting shunned by the UFC, Combat Catholic. So join me in this insane 180 that I am pulling. Do I trust the fart? Trust the fart fighters club. He shat his pants. He shouldn't have trusted the fart. Don't let him bully you, Volk. That's it, Volk. Don't let him bully you into retiring, mate. Should have been Alexa Grasso's feet. You can always post Alexa Grasso's feet. You have the emoji KZ MMA. You even have head movement in UFC 5. There is head movement in UFC 5. Man, can I move my head around. Oof. You don't want to see me in UFC 5. It's a problem. Dougie's a marauder at UFC 5. A throwback to the days when the men were really savage. That's right, Nacho. I'd play 3 games in a row in UFC 5, just like the Pride days. Farts are more trustworthy than the fucking government. Not mine. Government or farts. We're starting this year off making money. We're going to be making money this year. 10,000 subs. We're going to finish the year with a Quaylen Salkilled interview. What is up, Bobby Mays? How are you, Bobby Mays? You've got the best name to say in all of MMA YouTube, Bobby Mays. All above the dono train. Armin brutally roasted Chandler that one time when he said he lost another 3 fights in the night for hype. Armin brutally roasted Michael Chandler that one time when he said he could lose another 3 fights of the nights just for the hype. Like all Chandler can do is lose fights. Yeah, I didn't see that quote from Armin, but he's not wrong, right? I agree after the Hooker fight, he 100% deserves the title shot. Yes. Would you support Brendan All-In Allen if he fought Khamzat Chimaev? No, I would never support Brendan Allen. Fuck Brendan Allen. I hate Brendan Allen. Armin makes small hat jokes. He's alright. Dude, Armin dropped the N-bomb on the Aiden Ross stream. Aiden's like, what's your favorite Armenian word? And the whole chat just started spamming the N-word. And Armin just goes, isn't an Armenian word. Just cold as fuck. Doesn't give a shit. You love to see it from the young men of today. Armin is alright, but he is still a rich cunt. Yeah, but he's choosing to fight. He doesn't have to. It's kind of impressive. After beating 10th ranked Fiziev. Yep. One love, Bobby Mays, brother. Yep. And I grew up lower middle class poor kid like the rest of us, so I am bitter and angry about it. There you go. There's the truth. I'll be back later. See you soon. Super Gamer Productions. See you soon. How can you root for Khamzat Chimaev over anybody? I don't know, brother. I don't know. How could you ever root for either of them, right? So you're declaring... No. I'm not declaring my support for Khamzat. I'm remaining indifferent in that fight. Indifferent. I would not support Khamzat, but I would not jump on team Brendan Allen. I'd be indifferent and hope that there was a double head kick knockout. Narcissist is the real N-word. True, Gaz Ninja. True. Right, so, one last bit of news. Sorry, there was so much news today before we got into the top 10 list. One last bit of news. So we've got Charles Oliveira preparing for the Justin Gaethje throwdown moment. We also have this, my favorite fighter on the old roster, who I love to hate, and I love watching the decline of. It's just getting better and better. What's up, MMA Master? How are you, man? One of my favorite fighters to fucking hate of all time, Luke Rockhold. Power slap, see you soon, via Luke Rockhold's Instagram. Power slap, see you soon. Fuck me. I can't wait to see him get the head slapped off the thing, yeah? Luke Rockhold has got his eyes set on losing yet another event. Power slap. Yes, feed me this. I'd actually watch this entire fucking power slap event, man. To be fair, Justin is good. I was overlooking him because he beat Raphael and lost to Max, but at the same time, he had just beaten Dustin in a way better way than Max did. But we all know his grappling, brother. We must test his grappling, brother. Yeah, I don't hold the Max Holloway loss over Justin Gaethje, even though I am picking... Who am I picking? Am I picking Paddy Pill? I forget who I'm picking. Where's the list? Who am I picking again? 1 second, chat. Where's the list? Hang on, I'll check it here. I've got it saved here at the end of the videos. I'm picking... Who am I picking? I'm picking Paddy Pimblett. Even though I'm picking Paddy Pimblett. Don't hold the Justin Gaethje loss to Max Holloway against Justin Gaethje. He got a fucking broken nose in the first round. And Max Holloway poked him in the eye several thousand times. So, you know, it's not all his fault. How are you, MMA Master? Good to see you. Armin technically is the #1 contender in line for the belt. But from a business perspective, you got to understand that Armin has and could have ruined a lot of cards just being a crash out. I know, that's why I like him. He's the rebel of MMA. You know? All the old Nick Diaz fans have become Armin Sarukian fans. Armin Sarukian, the bad boy of the UFC. He's the bad boy. Get on board. How are you, Noob Cake? Good to see you, brother. What's up, Bruce Wayne? Good to see you, mate. I will continue. I will welcome you to Team All-In Allen with open arms. I will never be on Team All-In Allen. Never. MMA Guru TKO's Armin in a boxing match. Sure. Impression of the MMA gods playing Dungeons and Dragons UFC edition. We need to roll a perception of 20 on Paddy Pimblett. He ducks Gaethje's overhand, lands a front kick to the chin. It's critical hit. I believe that's how you would play Dungeons and Dragons UFC. Rockhold has Vitor's chin. Do you mean Victor? What's his name? Nick. Who's that guy that keeps getting knocked out? Robbie Lawler knocked him out on the way out. His name starts with a V. What's his name? Can't remember. His grappling will be the fall of him. Gaethje's grappling will be the fall of him. I agree, mate. I agree. The only Nico Price. Is that Nico Price? That doesn't start with a V. But Nico Price does have a famously bad chin. And also nearly died in karate combat. Oh, there's a train. The only TKO Guru gets over Armin is a farting matchup. That is true. And even then, Armin eats straight up soup full of horse. James Vick. James Vick. Of course, Shotgun knows who I was talking about. James Vick. James Vick Chin. Thank you, Shotgun. Appreciate you. Hey man, give Rockhold a little respect for competing in almost every single martial arts, including oiled, covered, shirtless Greco-Roman wrestling. I mean, Rockhold is not afraid to get in there and lose. You gotta give him that, formerly known as Justin Kennedy. True. I posted my feet in the Discord for you, Dougie. That's disgusting, Fighters Club. Don't be narcissist phobic. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a narcissist. Trust me. Get it? That's a little joke from a narcissist about a narcissist. You gonna do anything special for the first prayer video of 2026? Holy fuck, I've got to film a prayer video soon. No. I'm gonna do them exactly the way that I've always done them. If Paddy beats Justin and Charles subs Max, who will you pick when they fight each other? If Paddy beats Justin Gaethje and Charles subs Max Holloway, I'd pick Charles Oliveira to beat Paddy Pumlich. How are you, Noob Cake? Good to see you. Narcissist phobic is made up like all the other phobias. Exactly. It's a critical hit. Dougie has a bit of them. Oh, there's a train. Dougie has a bit of the tism. There's a train. Yeah, we've all got a bit of the tism. We're on MMA YouTube. If Charles beats Max, I can't pick anyone except Tapuria to beat him at lightweight, even Armin. If Charles Oliveira beats Max Holloway, I can't beat anyone except Tapuria to beat him at lightweight, even Armin Sarukian. I mean, Armin did beat him. K-Dot. Barely fucking beat him. I mean, only on paper, but Armin did beat him. It was a very close fight. I am the most humble person around. No one is more humble than me. My humility is legendary. I agree, Mr. C. That's how I think as well. You know it's Paddington time, Dougie. Don't be in denial. No, but I mean, if Charles gets it done over Max Holloway, I'd still be picking Charles Oliveira. Would you have to shit a lot more during the day to get rid of them butterflies nearing the Volk fight? No, I just live on the toilet, Cayman. So I would just wear a male diaper to work, and as I'm troweling away and plastering, I'd just be shitting bricks in the diaper, throwing the diaper in the bin and just resetting it. That's what I would have to do. Vanilla Coke is the best one. Vanilla Coke is without a doubt the best Coca-Cola. You're absolutely correct. Noob Cake. DC should be friends with John Jones. DC can't be friends with John Jones. John Jones made DC cry on a pay-per-view, and we'll never forget that. Dougie, have you seen the two armless guys having an MMA fight in Russia? No, that's fucking hilarious. Charles has now shifted to more intelligent pressure and more offensive wrestling. Like Armin has to win every single scramble, Charles only has to win the one. It's only been 2 fights. Maybe. It's only been 2 fights. Maybe. Goy Cola? No, it's good stuff. John Jones was helping DC shed water weight? True. I was rooting. Check the Discord. Let's check the Discord. We need a Jack announcement ASAP. We do need a Jack announcement ASAP. What's in the Discord? Let me have a look, brother. We've got 2 homeless guys. Oh, I have seen this, Shotgun. Yes, I did that foot is disgusting. Fighters Club. Kill yourself and chop it off. Yes, Shotgun. I did see this. I put it in the memes video once. The joke I made was paraplegic MMA. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. I did see that, Shotgun. Thank you for sharing that, man. I have seen that before, yeah. Be right back. The future Emperor is back on Rumble. My numbers are about to plummet. See you guys. Have fun. Wang Hat forever. I need strawberry banana Coke to exist. I hated strawberry Coke too. Not good. I don't know what that is. 3 fights? 3 fights? I don't know what that is. Mackenzie, Dern, Brian Ortega, Golden Globe cringe. Did you react to it already? I did. JLP8T. It's one of the most cringe things I've ever seen. I have no idea why they chose to do what they chose to do. Just make them present an award like normal. Why did they walk out there pretending to be security while Brian Ortega was giggling like a girl? It was horrible. It was really bad. I'm honestly embarrassed to be an MMA content creator. If that's the world's exposure to MMA, if that's a whole new audience's exposure to MMA, I feel embarrassed being mildly involved in this sport. John Jones 100% loves the attentions he gets from DC, but I truly believe DC is more obsessed with John Jones than the other way around. I agree with you, Chino. I think DC sees John Jones as like the greatest villain of his life, and John Jones just finds it kind of funny. Do we get a Shavkat fight before the UFC White House card? Why isn't Shavkat booked in? Why is he not booked in to fight anyone? He was ready to go in August last year. We still haven't got a fight announcement. When we get a Shavkat fight announcement, it'll be 2 months away. Why are we not getting Shavkat news? Rock Ultra do power slap with Nick Newell. What is the Nick Newell joke? It's going over my head right now. Dougie, would you rather go down on Gabby Garcia every day or lick Alexa Grasso's feet every day? I would rather just Alexa Grasso's big toe once a day and then leave. Unless Armin has completely evolved in one fight. Charles, I can't pick him. Unless Armin has completely evolved in one fight, comma, I'll have to start picking Charles Oliveira. Is that what you mean? Yep. Jack TKOs, Malawar and Prata. Jack TKOs everyone he fucking wants, mate. Did you get... I don't know what you're saying. Who should have let Alex Pereira bang next time in the MMA community? I reckon he could steal Ricky away from that boxing guy. No, I think Megan O'Leary's next. Go for Megan O'Leary, Deshaun. Nick Newell has the missing hand. Oh, that's the guy that Gaethje fought. I'm with you. When was the last time you got laid, Dougie? Last night. John Jones is a raging narcissist. He probably beats his mate and thinks about all the guys he has finished it. Probably, to be honest. He probably sits in a hot tub watching highlights of himself, just stroking it. Right. That is about the stage of the stream where we descend into madness when we're talking about fighters masturbating. Let us get into our GOAT conversation. Like the stream while you're here, guys, as we do the changeover. We want motion. We want fighter interviews. We want the subscribers to go up. If you are a hardcore Dougie's Corner member, you will be in the VIP section. And when the chat gets too busy, I will do a 1 hour VIP stream after the main stream. So it always feels like the old days. Don't feel like you're just holding me hostage, like the stream boys. Who do we do next as we get into the nittiest of the grittiest? I think DC is next, chat. I think I'm going to go with old Daniel Cormier next. Daniel Cormier. That is what I think we're going to do next. Yep. I'm happy with that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do Daniel Cormier. Where are we going to put him? We're going to put him there. Beautiful stuff. I'll read some chats and we'll get into Daniel Cormier. Where am I up to? Yair Rodriguez is still hiding away with no news of his next fight. I don't think we don't know what you're doing, you little weasel of a thing. Yeah, so Yair Rodriguez wants us all to believe that he's got a broken hand again, and that's why he's sitting out, but that is the news. It's actually unfortunate that when I watch a Volk fight now, I can't appreciate the technique as much. I just anticipate that he is going to get chinned and watch a bit of the fights later to enjoy the technique. Well, I don't know why you think he is going to get chinned in this fight. I mean, Diego Lopez has already hit Volk with his best shot, and Volk was able to chin it. So we can assume that Volk's chin is, quite frankly, as safe as it's ever been. We've seen him in this fight before hit really hard. I don't know why you stress about it so much, Cayman. I meant the last time you slept with a woman, last night. Have a debate against Luke Thomas? No. I don't want to. Me and Luke Thomas you have to understand, we see the world in completely different ways. Like, it's not a matter of objective facts. It's a matter of morality. He sees the world completely differently to the way I do. He sees the world through the eyes of slave morality, where I see the world through the eyes of master morality, essentially. I've been off because I'm sadly employed. What are your thoughts on the Dan Hooker shit? On the Dan Hooker versus Paddy Pimblett? Is that what you mean by the Dan Hooker shit? Paddy Pimblett said that Dan Hooker couldn't fight a rapist off his mum. And then Paddy Pimblett wants to talk about what jokes you can and can't make. You said his mum would get raped. So it's all sort of... It's all fair game once you go there, mate. Don't let the VIP get too big now. We're a better minimum time in the stream and video interactions requirement. Don't let the VIP get too big now. We need a bare minimum time in stream and video interactions requirement. I agree. I agree. It's not easy to get into the VIP. You've really, really got to grind for it. I think there's only like 15 people in there as well. We will hold the Scorner hostage and never light the stream. There you go. DC, 4 legends and 4 notables. Do it properly. Then Darren Till calling Hooker a piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know why Hooker is copying all the blame for this. Like, it was a 2-way firing range. Paddy shot the first shot. Dan Hooker threw one back. Paddy can't play victim after saying that shit. I know. Dougie, I had to make a new account for the Discord since I got locked out. You got to let me back in. I mean, anyone can join the Discord. Getting into the VIP is something completely different, mate. Completely different. But the link at the bottom of this stream is valid. Dougie, did you see McKenny put Guru on the Skyjet? I did, not the AM, bro. We had a good look at it this morning. Guru with the arms and legs flailing. Let me down. Oh, in the VIP shotgun? No worries. I'll give you a code. Go to the videos on the channel, Shotgun. Go to a very old video, leave a comment, and I'll give you a code as a reply to that comment, and then we'll sort it out from there, okay? All right. Where does Mirko Krokop fit in? He doesn't even make it into the top 30 of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. Krokop did not do great in the UFC. He is a Pride legend, of course. Do not set off Shotgun's autism. I beg you, sir. I do beg you, sir. Please, sir. Please do not start talking about Krokop. I can hear Shotgun raging away, talking about how he's one of the best MMA fighters of all time. We are talking about the UFC. Please, God, please stop. Please stop. Anthony Johnson, Alexander Gustafsson, Anthony Johnson, Volkan Ozdemir, Stipe Miocic, Derek Lewis. 6 title wins is actually crazy. 6 title wins is crazy work. 6 title wins is crazy work. Now, some of them are going to be interim. I know. Some of them are going to be interim. Calm the fuck down, chat. Calm the fuck down. I know. Rumble. Ah! I've gone on the wrong page. I'm an idiot. There we go. Rumble. Gustafsson. Notable. I don't know if Gustafsson's a legend. Silver is absolutely a legend. One of the biggest legends there is. Silver is absolutely a legend. We'll put the legends together there. Ozdemir. Stipe is a legend. Is Derek Lewis a legend? Never held a belt, but he has got the record for the most knockouts ever. Oof. I guess Derek Lewis is just notable, right? I need a tissue so badly. Hang on 1 second, chat. 1 second, I'll be right back. And then I'll read all of your chats. Just give me 1 second. I need a tissue so badly. All right, I'm back. All right, where am I up to? Sorry, guys. Let me catch you back up. Sorry. Excuse me. Too much dust. Guru lost aura for sure, but Guru is never going outside again. Yeah, this trip to America has not been great for the old Jerusalem. How do I get in the VIP? You've got to be locked in every single stream, commenting on every single video. You've got to be a real character of Dougie's Corner. Guru needs some sun. Guru just hasn't got very good social interaction. I just posted the armless video. DM me on that. You did. In the Discord. I can DM you on that account. You know what? I can. Guru was squealing for his life when Terrence McKinney grabbed him. He's got aura mogged. He did get aura mogged. Yeah, he did get aura mogged. Krokop has a legendary wins. He does, but not in the UFC. Guru getting bullied by fighters is funny. It is funny, but he has gone back from, like, he started off as a lol cow. He gained some aura with the Drickus Duplessis collab and the Mighty Mouse collab, and now he's sort of going back towards the lol cow. 100 hours into the stream, bare minimum plus 10 comments on 10 different videos to even be considered for the VIP. It's very hard to get into the VIP, and the more the channel grows, the harder to get into the VIP it will be. Derek Lewis doesn't count as a legend. I fear you are correct, MMA Master. Juiced Up Crow Cop was legendary. I agree. I like Serb Cop a lot. Serb Cop is an amazing fighter. One of my favorite old school fighters to go back and watch. But Serb Cop doesn't go in the top 30 UFC fighters of all time. DC should be in the top 30, top 20 at best. We're going to find out right now, Bruce Wayne. Lewis has got the most KOs in history. That's why it begs the question, is he a legend? Like, he has got the most KOs in UFC history. Is that a legend? Legends. Mir, Hendo, Silva, Miocic. But Hendo and Silva have caveats because they were old and Silva was stepping up on 2 days' notice coming off gallbladder surgery just to save UFC 200. Yes, they have little asterisks next to them. Thank you, Mozo, for re-upping your membership, brother. I appreciate you. You know what, Mozo? I'm going to give you one of these, an official tip of the hat. Look at that, Mozo. That's for you. A tip of the hat, just for you, sir. That was a very aged Silva, but that loss is a bit of a legendary name. The name, he has got the legendary name, even if we put an asterisk next to it, right? Has anyone randomly started getting a bunch of ads with Paddy in them? No, I haven't. He broke Silva's leg. What are you talking about? He's a big black guy. He is very big and very black. He's definitely a legend that has a record. He's definitely a legend if he has that record. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think we can ask the chat that, right? Derek Lewis has got the most knockouts. Is he a legend? Is he a legend? It's a fair question. It's a fair question, I think. It's a fair question. Lewis is notable. He's not consistent enough. That is true. Yep. Didn't Anderson hurt DC with a kick? I don't remember the fight. I've watched it twice. It's not a very fun fight. DC just lies on Anderson Silva for most of the fight. It's not very good. Can you guys believe that Dougie is hating on Miracle, right leg hospital, left leg cemetery, Serb Cop? I'm not hating on Serb Cop. I like Serb Cop. Nacho says Derek Lewis is definitely not a legend. I think you could say that Derek Lewis is a legendary knockout artist. Yes, I know, but in the context of what we have been doing on this stream where we have been going through everyone's wins, is it a notable win or a legendary win? Is it a notable win or a legendary win? That's really the question of what we're doing here. Is it a notable win or a legendary win? Yes, yes, yes. That's sort of the question we're trying to answer here, right? Lewis 100% is a legend. Okay, interesting. What happened with Guru? Oh, of course, Super Shotgun. So Terrence McKinney ran into the MMA Guru on the streets of Miami and picked up the MMA Guru, and it was quite funny because the MMA Guru was flailing around like a little boy, being like, put me down, put me down, put me down. We watched it on this morning's live stream. I've got it right here, actually, Shotgun, for you to watch. Enjoy this, Shotgun. Here you go. This is the MMA Guru flailing around, and I'll even open up the audio for you, mate.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! There's no way! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Oh, no. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. All right, about the MMA Guru. I'm gonna say this. When I started this channel, me on camera was not very good. I was not very good on camera. I wasn't very comfortable talking into a microphone. I wasn't very comfortable doing a live stream. Doing the live streams alone or when people were in here, I would sweat with nervousness because being on camera isn't my forte, right? It's not the thing that I do. I'm very good. I'm going to read that $2 donation in a second. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, Chino. It takes a while to get used to being on camera and having fun on camera, like seeing past the camera and the live stream and just interacting with you guys like you're my mates. But I'm very good in social situations. I'm a normal human being that knows how to go out in social situations. I think the MMA Guru is the opposite of that. I think the MMA Guru has spent nearly 10 years alone in front of a camera, not socializing much. He hasn't really traveled the world. He's only 27 years old. The most he's done is like go to Spain with some of his mates when he was in high school, apparently. These are the stories that I know. Guru getting held like a newborn baby wasn't on my bingo card for 2026. I know, Nach. I know. So I think what's going on here is much like how normal people need to gain some camera presence, I think Guru needs to gain some social presence. I don't think he's ready for social situations yet, just because this is a new side of the camera to him. So there you go. I see you, Bruce Wayne. You're all good. Chino MMA, thank you for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it, brother. That's how Jock was carrying me last night. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You're a disgusting man, Chino. You're a disgusting man. But thank you for the $2, brother. I appreciate it. And thank you for changing your name as well. The imposter Justin Kennedy. Right. There you go, Shotgun. That's that. Let's move on. What do you mean the trip hasn't been great? He's been collaborating with anyone who's anyone. Just for his aura, real Bruce Wayne. Just for his aura. He got mogged by Armin. He's been mogged by Terrence McKinney. He's been wearing platforms. Everyone's noticed that he's been wearing essentially high-heeled boots. And also, when they were going through the clips on the Aiden Ross stream, he was like, don't play that one. He was like squealing to not play certain clips. So, yeah, you know, it's not been the best look for our brother. Jerusalem. If we count Dustin as a notable name, we have to count Derek Lewis. It's 50-50 down the center here on the chat. I will never be in the VIP. I need to get fired and lose my missus, but the VIP brother, I must do what must be done. Listen, if you tell your missus it's time for her to hit the old dusty road so that you can be a VIP member, that's what's got to be done. No, you'll get in there, Muzzo. Mel, you bought the fucking Quail and Sell Kill merchandise. You're absolutely on track to get in there. I'm in almost every stream. It takes a little bit more, Fighters Club. You've only been around for a couple of months. Can you take Armin down? Absolutely fucking not, Simply Kudos. No, I could not. I want to get into Dougie's corner. You're in the corner, mate. Dustin challenged... repeatedly had title fight. Dustin challenged repeatedly for the title. Gave Islam a huge wall with a broken rib and a false hip. Lewis has like 2 elite wins. I know, I'm merely asking the question because Derek Lewis holds a UFC record for the most knockouts of all time. I think it's fair enough to say, are you a legend if you hold that record? Did you fix the hole? I did fix the hole, but I'm a plasterer, so I've got a new hole to go and fix tomorrow. What countries border Serbia? Austria, Hungary. That's about it. And Greece. Austria, Hungary, and Greece. Those other countries are technically part of Serbia. Where am I up to? Serbia. Serbia was the last word. Serbia. What country? There it is. I see it, chat. Lewis beats Francis, which is still the lineal heavyweight champ. Lewis beat Francis, which, I mean, Derek Lewis, is he a legend? He beat Francis Ngannou. House A. Aldo, don't know what that means. So Jose Aldo, there you go. Bisping beat Old Silver. Bisping did beat Old Silver, that's true, Master. Lewis knocked out rising contenders, solidifying his spot in the top 15. He has been a consummate top 15 fighter, that is true. It's definitely a toss-up. It's a toss-up. If Derek Lewis is a legend, then Chad Mendes and Randleman definitely are. Stop it, Shotgun. Dougie, do you think the 30 best UFC's guys could beat 3 silverback gorillas? No, 3 silverback gorillas would murder them. I don't care what the survey says. He is not a legend, and appointing him as one will invalidate the entire list. Fine, Derek Lewis will not go down as a legend. All right, fine. DC took it easy on Silver. He could have finished him in round 1. That is not true at all. DC doesn't know how to finish people. He just knows how to lift his fat tit and drop it into their mouth. He is a legend if it's convenient for my argument. If it means DC goes down as the GOAT, then Derek Lewis is not a legend. Derek Lewis is not a legend. Knocking out Volkov with 1 second left was pretty legendary. That was a real pull it out of the fire moment for Derek Lewis, and that is what essentially got him the title shot against DC. Guru was squealing for his life when Terrence McKinney picked him up. He got aura-mogged. He did kind of get aura-mogged, yeah. 0 title wins, consistent losses throughout his career. He's a good fighter, but he is not a legend. Fair enough. Guru is built like MMA Joey. I don't think so. I think MMA Joey is far fatter. He got subbed by the shittest rear naked choke I've ever seen from DC and lost to Tai fucking Tuivasa. He got beaten up by Volkov and then fluked him. Same with Blades. This is why you could say that he isn't a legend, and we're going to put him in the no, not a legend category. Definitely a top 20 Guru nightmare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the trip to America hasn't gone well for Guru's aura, you could say. Guru should have picked him up immediately to regain some aura. Well, just accept the hug. Don't fight it like a baby and go, put me down. Like, just, this image is not the image that you want. Accept the hug. Be like, oh, it's good to squash the, play with it, joke around with it. This is what I mean. Like, Guru doesn't understand social situations. He really gets YouTube. He really understands the internet. He fucking gets the internet way better than I do. But social situations, Not his thing. Holy crap, Musical got 400,000 views? What the fuck did Musical do to get 400,000 views? Was it the Andrew Tate fall-off video that Musical did? Well done to Musical. Shout out to Musical MMA. I'm assuming it's the Andrew Tate video that he did. Well done to Musical, man. You're still not cut. Thank you. Bobby Mays loves Dougie. Dougie loves you, Bobby Mays. He was probably scared that he was going to get slammed onto the concrete. Yeah, could have been. You know, Terrence McKinney does hate him. Guru getting held like a newborn baby wasn't on my bingo card. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. I'm still uncomfortable seeing you on the camera. I'm uncomfortable being here, to be honest, Bruce Wayne. Why am I on camera? Why do people listen to me? What's up, James Dillon? How are you, man? What's up, chat? I'm in you. Disgusting, James. Truly disgusting. Like the stream. Like the stream, everybody. Make sure to like the stream. We want motion. We want to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and you guys can help me by liking the stream. When we get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway where one of you is randomly going to win a box with a whole bunch of goodies in it. Guru carries himself like an awkward growing teen. He does. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. Nacho Fiend, that is actually so funny. Guru definitely lacks life experience and extremely obvious. I like him, but he shows naivety when talking about heaps of things. Yeah, he just hasn't lived. Like, he just hasn't lived yet. You could tell he hasn't lived. Guru has become a bit of a recluse. He has always been funny. I'm not saying he's not funny, but you guys get what I'm saying. Put over the years, he has socialized with people less and less in person. Exactly right. Can confirm Dougie is a G in real life, a third top Tate brother. Fuck you. Fuck you, but thank you, but fuck you. You can tell he doesn't have his house, but he is honest about it. Yes, you can tell, yeah. Dougie is my girlfriend now? Oh, okay. The squealing over the clips was really the only aura loss. Everything else, not really. He's engaging in physical situations with the MMA fighters. Fair enough, Bruce. Fair enough. Yeah, but the images coming out of him on his ass under Armin Sarukian, the images. Dougie Tate versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul would murder me. Dougie's profession is to fill holes. You know. Dougie, Ian Gary's wife needs a hole to be filled? No, disgusting. I do not want the syphilis. Thank you, sir. You could put him in a separate category, like, for instance, the scary black guy category. I guess we could have legends, notables, and then scary black guys as well for our greatest of all time list. I'm with Bruce Wayne on that one. Fair enough, Cheddarhead. Fair enough, dude. The top 30 definitely beat 3 gorillas. No, they do not. DC gassed out throwing around silver and almost got body shot finished in the 3rd round. DC also just seemed slow after the first 2 or 3 rounds. Well, that's because, I don't know who remembers this, Cheddarhead probably... Shotgun probably remembers this. Cheddarhead probably remembers this. Nacho probably remembers this. DC did an interview where he talked about how he would always take off the 4th round. He would just throw the 4th round away. That would be him getting his breath back round. A real thing that DC once said. Derek Lewis, the Chad Mendez of heavyweight. The unsigned goat of heavyweight. He did go fishing with Bryce yet. I think he'll probably go fishing with Bryce this week. Enjoy the stream, brother. Got to milk off a crate and head back to the job. Have a good one, bro. Thank you so much for being here, Mozo. I appreciate you. You will be in the VIP one day. You think one Derek Lewis could hide in a crown of 30 grand? Hey! Stop it, Simply Kudos. That's racist, mate. You've said a racist thing, Simply Kudos. That's racism. That's what you've said, mate. You've done a racism. We do the man versus gorilla argument in January of 2026. It's time to bring it back up again. Guru doesn't want to... Okay, that's another racism. That's 2 racisms, chat. Safe to say Guru would not be great to do LSD with. Oh my god, Guru and mushrooms, you do not want to be there. We have to establish some criteria for the legend status. Otherwise, instead of being arbitrary, it's really arbitrary. Maybe 100 top fighters qualify as after we do this list, we'll do a legends list. 100 legends of MMA. Who are the legends of the UFC? We need to get even deeper into this GOAT list. And then we'll circle back around and we'll do this GOAT list again. A tweet got 400k views? Oh, no shit. Wait, was that Musical's tweet? Holy shit, that is Musical's tweet. I didn't even realize I was looking at Musical's tweet. No shit, Cheddarhead. $400k views, there it is. No shit. Good on you, Musical. Fucking champ. First he's on KSI. Now he's blowing up on Twitter. That's our boy, guys. That's our boy. That's the community's boy, chat. That's the community's boy. That's MMA Musical. We've done that one. It's like he was uncomfortable, like he has a boner and another man hugged him. I don't think he had a boner, mate. I'm back, thank God. Thank God. 10K, that's optimistic. Isn't it optimistic? But you have to be when you're a content creator. You've got to be delusional. Do you smoke Marlboro Reds? You know what, Marlboro Reds? I did smoke Marlboro Reds. Thank you, Nacho, for the $5 donation. Legend, Nacho. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, brother. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. If you guys want to get yourself a membership, you click on the little bubble at the top of the chat window where Nacho's notification is of the 5 gifted memberships. You click on the 3 dots in the corner of the bubble and you turn on your gifted memberships. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate you, man. Dougie likes watching his Pookie Bear MMA guru getting wrestled by Armin. It was funny to watch, Super Gamer, to be honest. I found it as being intentionally funny, him flailing his arms around. Maybe he did try and make it intentionally funny. Maybe, Bruce, maybe. Guru was better fighter than... AI Guru was a better fighter than real Guru. Oh, in the Joey face-off. I'm with you. I think Guru went in a way to hang out with... I think Guru went in way too hot with Aiden. He should have started calmer and eased his way towards the end. I think the end of the stream was far more entertaining than the start of the stream, to be honest, James. The first half an hour of the stream, I turned it off and clawed my eyes out. It's only when I saw highlights of the end of the stream that I thought it was actually any good, man. Dougie, can I just commend you on your ability to talk so much? Thank you, Noob Cake. I appreciate it. You should see when I do an 8-hour stream. Be here on Friday, maybe. It's going to be a metered stream. Thank you again, Nacho, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you. Rogan actually quotes DC, I take the 3rd round off in the 3rd Stipe fight. Oh, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. There you go. Rogan actually quotes it. Where am I up to? I've lost my spot. Here it is. Lewis is like Dustin. Thank you, Nacho, for the extra $3. You're broke! You're a brokey! You're broke! You're broke! Thank you, Nacho, for the extra $3, man. I appreciate it. Guys, if you can't donate, at least like the stream. Helps get the channel out there. If you want your chats read straight away, of course, donations get read straight away. Thank you, Nacho. You're broke! Thank you, brother. The Legends list should come first. It should, but this is MMA YouTube where we need to fill in years worth of content. So we'll do it backwards and then redo it again next year. Thank you, Yog, for becoming a member again. You hear that, real Bruce Wayne? That's all brain. That's all brain matter. That's all brain matter, real Bruce Wayne. So we'll do the Legends list halfway through the year, and then we'll do the GOATs list again next year when we've got 6 weeks off. That's why I've got that thick brain, and that's why I'm the content creator. I got Yog in my pool. Oh, yeah, Yog. Thank you, Yog, for re-upping your membership. The legendary stuff. Doing a Legends list might actually take like 5 months. I know. We still need the top 15 or 20 non-champion fighters to show the journeyman love. We will. Don't worry about that, formerly known as Justin Kennedy. Legends would be more fun than the GOAT list, to be honest. Yeah, well, I just want to establish my GOAT list. I want to get it locked in because people are going to ask about it. Whose tweet is that? That would be MMA Musical's tweet. Being fair, McKinney has talked about hitting like 190 outside of camp. Yeah, I'm sure McKinney's a solid dude. So yeah, how hard would you get if Hezbollah was on your lap? Stop it, all right? I'm not John Jones. Guru awkwardly stiff with his hand out and then kicking his little legs after all that macho talk. That's what I mean. Like, it's just, it is funny. It is funny. $7.50, brother. Don't short shade. Oh, sorry, Nacho. Thank you for the $7.50 donation. What the fuck, Doug? You skipped a donut? You're all broke. Oh, my God. It's because it said you're broke twice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Jude me for the last time. I'm so sorry. It's because all I saw was you're broke. I thought it was Nacho's one. My bad. You're all broke! You're all broke! You're all broke! From Chino MMA. Sorry, brother. Thank you for the $2. All I saw was the you're broke. I thought it was Nacho's one from before. I apologize. I'm an idiot. I'm just kidding, Dougie. I'm high. I hope you make your goal. Thank you, real Bruce Wayne. You're all good, mate. Giving me shit is part of the joy of the channel. You think Guru had a, oh no, I'm going to get robbed thoughts? Probably. What's up, Weston? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope that you are well. You're looking gorgeous with that 1-year badge next to you, Weston. Guru kind of moves like a guy with a spine condition, very upright with stiff arms. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. This is the MMA Guru in every interview. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. Every photo and every interview, his hands are just... He doesn't know how to just stand with his hands by his side and just chat. Just talk like a normal... Like, just hang out like a normal person. And just chat. And this is how he interviews. But that's okay. Thank you, Nacho, for an extra $1.50 donation. You're a legend, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. MMA Guru needs to get on the Jackson podcast. He does need to get on the Jackson podcast. For Guru's own good, I think he should not spar any UFC guy that knows him and ask him to. I have a feeling they would all Sean Strickland. He's asked. Oh, they'll definitely Sean Strickland him. They'll definitely Sean Strickland him. Thank you, Nacho, for yet another membership, brother. I appreciate you. I'm broke! No, I meant Guru should have saved Aiden for like the last thing. Oh, right. So he's less tense. Yeah, so he's used to socially interacting by then. That makes sense, James. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it. Neither am I, Noob Cake. I forgot to like the stream. I did when I noticed. Thank you, Bobby Mays. I appreciate you, Bobby Mays. What a name, Bobby Mays. I got the Yog pull. Nice. Dougie has superior brain. Mate, that's all thickness in there. That's all thickness. Thank you, Shyla, for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Shyla. What a legend. Well, I said, wow, what a legend. What a doctor she is. Russian doctor. That's the good doctor. Best kind of doctor in the world are the Russian doctors. Thank you, Shyla, for the 5 rubles, the 5 gifted memberships. Based, Shyla. She doesn't even get to enjoy the membership content because all my meme videos get banned in Russia. Every single one of them gets banned in Russia, and yet she still donates to the channel. Thank you, Shyla. Slava Shyla. Slava Russia. Where am I up to? Dougie has that superior brain matter. I do, mate. I got skipped. Sorry, mate. Sounds hollow. Not hollow. Dougie got skipped. There we are. My bad. He's trying to do Andrew Tate pose, but they just don't reach. He's used to having his hands on a mouse and keyboard. He is used to having his hands on a mouse and keyboard, yeah. Bring MMA Guru 3 years to Australia. I will teach him how to socialize. Yeah, facts, he was on his phone non-stop. Yeah, I'm just glad Guru can walk now. At least he can walk again now. Thank you guys so much for the donos. I don't know how Aiden Ross has so many viewers. I only watched his streams when he collabed with Strickland or Guru or Islam. I don't know either, Mitch. I couldn't be more bored than watching an Aiden Ross stream. Couldn't be more bored. I don't understand it. Charlotte's got those good steroids. She on them Russian steroids. Aiden is a casual. Of course he is. He's not an MMA streamer. He's just a casual. She's a black belt in the jiu-jitsu mats and at the business meetings. Thank you so much, Shyla. Dono's coming in back regularly. The Dougie drought is over. It's all good, mate. People have done their Christmas shopping. People are back. Right. Let us get back on to DC. Thank you all so much for the donations. I really appreciate you guys. DC, 6 title wins. Stipe Miocic, Anderson Silva. Rumble, I guess, isn't a legend, is he? I guess he isn't a legend. So, oh, you guys can't see DC. So, all right. So, DC. Old Death of Seathan. Derek Stipe. Anderson Silva, Gustafson is a name of note. Yeah. I guess that's it, right? That's all we can do for the names, really. Can we do anything else for the names? Thank you, Nacho, for the $3, man. I appreciate you. Take some more shekels, brokey, because you're broke. You're broke. You're broke. Take some more, brokey. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you, brother. I already knew Tim Welch. Where am I up to? Dougie needs a small hat to get more subscribers. I know. I got to start wearing my cap like this so it looks like a... I already know Tim Welch and Sugar Sean would have Guru dying in the gym. Oh, yeah. 5 minutes of sparring, he'll vomit. He beat Rumble twice. I know, but I don't really like... Yeah, I know. But because we're not counting it as a legendary win, I only really am just putting it as a name of note once. Like, for the other guys... I only really counted the names twice when they were legendary wins. Yes, but he did beat Rumble twice. He did beat Rumble twice. And I'm just going to do this, actually. Because it's just a notable. It's not a legendary. You know what I'm saying, brother? You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying. Okay, so that's that for old... That's that for old DC. Okay, a legitimate... Well, is he a legit 2-weight champ? Is he a legit 2-weight champ? Because John Jones was out for steroid abuse. So was he just a paper champion? Was he just a paper champion while John Jones was out? Talk to me, chat. Genuinely talk to me. Is DC just a paper champion? because he was the champion while John Jones was out on steroid abuse? Or if the champion is out because he abuses steroids, are you legitimately the best guy in the division? Even though DC also had questionable testosterone in that fight. People forget, man. DC also had questionable testosterone in that fight. People don't like to talk about it, but he did. So, do I put the asterisk there? I feel like I do. I feel like it's a bit paper champion-esque. That's probably going to get a lot of slack, and a lot of people are probably not going to be happy about that, but that's how I feel. Let me read some chats. Thank you again, Nacho, for the $3. I appreciate you, mate. He beat Rumble twice. Yep. A lot of DC's awesomeness was just pre-UFC. Yes, pre-UFC. Aiden Ross is cool if you're 15. Yeah, I really don't get the Aiden Ross thing. That was the scariest version of Rumble. The one Jones did a hit and run just to duck fighting him. True Super Soccer, and I'll absolutely give you that. That is true. Aiden and Ariel are influencing Dougie to convert to... No, never, Super Gamer. You forgot Mir and Hendo? Did I? I did. Sorry. I saw Frank Mir. That was his first fight in the UFC. I got that confused with the Strikeforce fights. And Dan Henderson, man. Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson's a legend. If I'm putting DC as a legend, I've got to... Not DC, sorry. If I'm putting Dustin Poirier as a legend, you got to put Dan Henderson as a legend. Come on, man. Come on, be serious, chat. Don't tell me Hendo ain't a legend, chat. Come on. Hendo's a legend, chat. There we go. All right, let me read some more chats. Thank you, Shotgun, for that. DC earned his flowers. DC absolutely earned his flowers. Frank Mir is such a nice person. It's true. Cain Velasquez should be higher because DC ducked him. DC didn't duck him. They were friends. You forgot Mir under... Have I got Frank Mir under Legends? Or I think I do already for someone as well. I think you're right. I think for someone else I've got Frank Mir as a legend. Maybe under JDS I've got Frank Mir as a legend. I do. Under JDS, I've got Frank Mir as a legend. You're correct. You're correct. I've got him as a legend already. On JDS's resume. Yep. There we go. Now DC is starting to look a little bit better. We'll put a little asterisk next to Anderson Silva's name. Put a little asterisk next to it. Because Anderson was obviously cooked at that point. But now we're starting to cook with some fire. Here we go. He's looking better here. 4 legends. Here we go. Let's move that there. Let's move that down there like that. Let's move that there like that. Now DC's looking like he can start to hang with the boys. One of the most underrated careers in UFC history. What actually makes it underrated? Now we're putting it together. Let me just tidy this up. Sorry, chat. It's annoying to me. And then I'll read your words that you have put on the screen in front of me. Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you for your patience, chat. DC cried in the cage. That's an L. DC crying in the cage is a massive L. I will give you that. DC did knock out Stipe after he Cyril Gandhi's eyeballs. Well, you know, all's fair in love and war. DC is the thickest paper champion ever. Could be. John Jones eye-poked everyone that he fought. He's a cheating fuckface. He is a fuckface. That is true. He cried in the cage. He's a paper champion. He lost both the fights to John Jones. Lost to the Stipe trilogy. He got humiliated bootlicking for the UFC. It counts as what's been done in the UFC. You think bootlicking should go there as well? You've got Popeye's Chicken. He has run a commercial for Popeye's Chicken. Does anyone know if it was the first or the second Rumble fight where Rumble overswung so hard he ended up on all fours? Shotgun will know. You've got DC with the chicken commercial. All right, the chicken commercial. Yes, we remember the chicken commercial. Alex Pereira would finish DC pretty fucking quickly. I don't know, dude. DC has a lot of mass. If you become a champ, then you're automatically a legend. No. Jamal Hill's not a legend. Matt Serra's not a legend. Durain Durandamine's not a legend. No. Hendo knocking out Bisping was legendary. It really was, man. Nearly did it again in the second fight. JDS, I think. Yep, DC ducked Holloway, though. DC did not duck Holloway. Like I said, he ducked him. You almost used the different words, almost. That Popeye's chicken song alone puts him as a legend. True. Hendo was also cooked. Hendo was also cooked. True. If you challenge for the belt multiple times, I think that also qualifies as a legend. Yes, if you're, like, living in the top 5 for most of your career, constantly challenging for the belt, I'll give you that one. If it wasn't for John Jones, DC career looks so much better. It does. Jones said to DC. Jones said what to DC? Also, he does horrible commentary, negatively affecting this list. It is for the UFC. I mean, he is one of the worst commentators of all time, but does that affect his legacy? Probably not. Probably not. I think that's it. All right, 6 title wins, 4 legend wins, 2 weight champion. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, chat. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. The highest person we have in this list is Randy Couture. Randy's higher than DC. Randy's higher than DC. The next person that we have up this list. Okay, I'm going to pull down Matt Hughes and Volk. I want Matt Hughes and Volk. We got Randy. We got Hughes. And I want Volk. Where's Volk? There's Volk. Alright, let me read some chats. I can see the chat fucking going crazy. Jones said, DC, hey pussy, you still there? And DC said, yes, massive aura drain. I know, DC should have just shut up. Where's Fedor? UFC only, brother. He was never in the UFC. Yep. Not talking about DC's resume, talking about the MMA GOATs. No, we're talking about the UFC GOATs, Super Gamer. In 30 years, will people remember DC or John Jones? I think they will remember both of them because they are eternally entwined, Master. I really do think they'll remember both of them. If I was to start watching the UFC, where is a good place to start? Jesus Christ. UFC 40? I'm not even kidding. UFC 40. Watch every single pay-per-view from UFC 40 up. Maybe just the intro, the feature fight, the co-main event, and the main event. Watch 3 fights on every single pay-per-view from UFC 40 up till today. Watch the intro so you know what the card's about. Watch the feature fight. Watch the co-main event. Watch the main event. Do that from UFC 40 all the way to today. If BJ Penn's legacy is not affected by his shit after the UFC, then if BJ Penn's legacy is not affected by his shit after the UFC, then DC's commentary has to get a pass. Unfortunately, I think you're right, Elpag. Jones is going to beat the shit out of DC if they do the boxing match. Yeah, I know. That was a fucking horrible thing for DC to agree to. I'm trying to establish some criteria. We'll leave it for when we do the Legends reel, Bruce Wayne. Talk about the potato salad while we're making the potato salad. And when we get to chopping the veggies, then you can talk to me about chopping the veggies. But right now, you're trying to have a conversation with me about chopping the veggies, and I'm busy working on the potato salad. So just focus on what we're cooking here, Bruce Wayne. Rose versus Carla 2. Noob is a very good fight. Stop it. Put DC against Ilya. You reckon this is too high? Randy also gets an extra point for doing it at such an old age. He won a bunch of title fights in his 40s. Wasn't DC in his 40s when he was challenging Stipe for the 3rd fight? Wasn't he in his 40s there? Dougie, I love that fight. He rewatched it multiple times. No, don't do that. He was 45 when he defended against Gonzaga. Yeah, I think DC retired at 40 or 41. The first few seasons of TAF are unironically good. That is true. That is actually not a bad read. Nacho is going for Paddy. That means Paddy is going to win by TK. I think Nacho is going for... me and Nacho on the same team. I don't remember right now. Do not watch Rose versus Carla 2. Do not watch that. Do not watch that. DC's commentary is actually in the UFC, which is why it's possible it could affect his legacy. I'm just asking questions. I don't think DC's commentary is going to affect his legacy. Sorry, Nacho. Ilya Tobturo. No, he's not that far down the list. No. I think I'm putting DC above Volk, but behind Hughes. I think this is what I'm going to do. I think this is what I'm going to do. Because his resume is deeper. And that Volk has beaten Holloway 3 times, but that second one was very iffy. Also, Jose Aldo was, you know, not washed. Because he went on to have success. In fact, don't worry about the Jose Aldo thing. I wish I'd never said that. I think I'm going to put DC ahead of Volk. Volk did it at the lower weight class, which is harder to do. But DC had a lot of longevity. And beating Stipe is fucking good as well. Really good. Although beating Holloway is really fucking good as well. Beating Holloway 3 times. DC couldn't beat Stipe 3 times. But DC could beat Frank... washed Anderson, washed Henderson. These guys were definitely washed. Aldo wasn't washed, though. Aldo wasn't washed, though. Okay. Aldo wasn't washed. Let me read some chats. Where am I up to? We did DC's commentary one. Noob needs to see all the Anthony Smith fights. He does need to see all the Anthony Smith fights. How about this? Multiple title fight wins qualifies for a legend status. That obviously qualifies you for a legend status if you've got multiple title fight wins. Yeah, of course. But Dustin hasn't got multiple title fight wins, and I think he's a legend. Watch Francis versus Derek. Don't listen to the chat, Noob Cake. They're giving you horrible advice. I still feel like Ilya should be above Volk, but he isn't deep enough. We've discussed this. Put him against the Black Gate to get things rolling. We've got things rolling. I like where I have him. I might just watch a couple of compilations on YouTube when I say I'm a UFC fan. No. No, that ain't gonna work, Noob Cake. Sorry, brother. That ain't gonna work. Welcome to the Discord, Bobby Mays. Thank you for joining us in the Discord. Defending a title is tougher than winning a title. This is true, Master. I agree. Have you seen Yuri versus Glover? That is a good fight. McDonald versus Lawler, that is a good fight. Justin versus Max, these are all great fights. DC's contract is not being renewed. That's a positive for his image. I don't believe you. He's not even no, his ESPN contract isn't being renewed, but he's got a Paramount contract now. He was not washed, but he was past his prime. We have been over this. Regarding my first proposition, if you become a champion, then you're automatically a legend. I will add the if previous champs not vacate. No, not if you become a champ, you become automatically a legend. Jamal Hill and Matt Serra are not automatic champions. If the previous champs did not vacate, well, that still leaves Matt Serra. He's not a legend. Hey, Nacho, I find DC unbearable at the moment too. Just to be clear, we do hate DC's commentary. We can agree on that. Volk over DC. I'll give you that, Dougie. I think Volk goes over DC. Who did DC beat for the vacant? Gustafson. Yes. DC beat middleweights that stepped up in weight, and one was a welterweight. Yeah. That was, yep. Heck, DC himself is a bloated middleweight. DC's a bloated bantamweight. What's up, Chicken Wing Sauce? Good to see you, mate. How are you, man? You're taking a shit right now? Welcome to the internet, brother. Most people in the chat room are taking a shit right now. All right, DC above Holloway. Holloway with 5 title wins, 5 legends. Pettis, Gaethje, Aldo, Dustin Poirier, Frankie Edgar. Prime Stipe, washed Anderson, Dan Henderson, Frank Mir. Washed Anderson, washed Dan Henderson, Frank Mir. 2-weight champion with an asterisk because he was only the 2nd-weight champion because John Jones was on steroids. How much stock do you put in being a 2-weight champion? A lot. It's hard to do. You've got to get the timing right. But that's a lot of luck. DC's a difficult one, isn't he? DC's a difficult one, isn't he? Holloway's fighting more prime people. Holloway is fighting more people in their prime. Jeez. Fucking DC, you fat cunt. Where do you fit? Yuri versus Glover might be the most fun fight I've ever seen live, but Max versus JC gave me the biggest oh shit moment. I screamed out loud at a crowded restaurant in Malaysia. Yeah, like, so Max versus Gaethje ends, like, fucking amazingly. But Yuri versus Glover is 25 minutes of just madness the whole way through. I agree. You're a W commenter, Mitch. You're a W commenter. Where am I up to? I guess we got to give him props for going up 5 divisions. Yeah, he was up 5 divisions. That's crazy, man. Manawa versus Santos is a good fight to witness. Heavyweight classes as well. W stream. Jones lost to Reyes and Gustafsson. He did, but we're not discussing Jones right now. Bring up Hughes. All 9 of his defenses are actually legends. Yeah, Hughes is crazy. 2-weight paper champ, to be honest. No. He beat Stipe fair and square. He could never beat the guys at light heavyweight, so it's definitely got an asterisk. He could never beat the guy. Yeah, I know he could never beat Jones. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, it was harder before, but now Dana lets anyone fight in a different weight class. True. Holloway over DC 100%. DC can reign. DC's reign is based on John Jones doing steroids. True. Regarding my amended proposition, if you became a champ, then you're automatically a legend. If the previous champ did not vacate, I will add, unless the new champ loses his next fight to the former. Okay, this. Thank you, real Bruce Wayne. I need some good anal and some DoorDash, some anal DoorDash. You know, if you tip them nicely, you might be able to get that. Or I will add, unless they lose, you're doing anything to keep Matt Serra out of this, but still have hard and fast rules. I like it. We should do an or shit moment tier list. We should do an or shit moment tier list. Your BJ Penn list is lacking massively. Don't care about that right now. If we count everything on their resume, Cejudo is better than DC. Beating Matt Hughes from BJ Penn is insane. Twice. Little tubby BJ Penn down at lightweight beating Matt Hughes twice is insane. Insane. Also a 2-division champ. Oh, but he beat Stipe once, but he beat Hughes twice. 1 Stipe win versus 2 Hughes wins. Beating Hughes twice is better than beating Stipe once. And we're doing 2-division champ versus 2-division champ. Where's Stipe? Where's Stipe? Oh! God damn it! DC is going way down the list. Okay. 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 Alright. Surely this is where DC's train stops. Yeah, this has to be where DC's train stops. Has to be. So Stipe goes there. And this is the next person on the list. Tito's in his weight class. Randy is heavyweight champ. Vitor, Belter, Bustamante. Oh, you know what? Stipe's got the same problem as Ilia Topuria. It's very top heavy, isn't it? Like, yep, you're a 2-weight champion. Yep, you've got some names. But when you look at the nitty gritty of them, when you look at the intangibles of them, it's very top heavy. Let me read some chats. Let me read some chats. Mark Hunt versus Steven Struve is good. Nacho recommended it to me. There you go. Bruce, if we're going to keep going, you're going to wind up having to write 3 messages in a row. It is true, mate. Jens and Shirk are both legends, and Sarah and Sanchez belong as notables. Thank you, Shotgun. Can we do a hottest male fighter tier list? Absolutely not. John Jones is knocking on your door. Disgusting. Give BJ this win. He needs it. BJ did need that win. You have Carl Luno in the Legends, and Jenna Shark aren't even in the notables for him. What the fuck, lol. Thank you, Super Shotgun. BJ really was a fucking phenom in his prime. I never considered DC like that. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, DC was sort of just there as like the second best player ever. Second best fighter right behind John Jones. And then when he beat Stipe, you're just shocked by it. I get you. At a certain point, do we run DC versus the Blackgate? Maybe we do, man. BJ Penn had 0 Marshall and pushed around Hughes. I know, it's actually fucking amazing, man. Impression of Dana and Joy rubbing their bald, old up head. No. Also, BJ would be a bantamweight today. Very true, Super Shotgun. Very, very true. It's always guys we don't expect much from ending up at like 23 and the dudes we opened up at number 11 ending up at 19. It is! I thought DC would be way up the list, but he's just been sliding down it as I bring people up. BJ Penn, the guy with one of the longest loss streaks in the UFC history over the guy that heel hooked Ryan fucking Hall. Yes. Yes, absolutely, Seabass. Welcome to the Legends list that we are doing. What skills did you have to get what quality wins? How many quality wins did you get to build yourself a kind of a legacy? We're not doing skill for skill fighters. We are doing what legacy did you build for yourself in the UFC while you were in the UFC? Who has got the best legacy in the UFC? Correct, Seabass. Correct, brother. You are correct. Do Aussies speak English? Fucking barely, cunt. Fucking barely. Where is Jim Miller on the Legends list? Jim Bloody Miller. I've got to put Chuck ahead of him too. Chuck's just got a deeper resume. The Tito wins, the Randy Couture wins, the Belfort wins. That 2-weight champion asterisk looms heavily over DC. Looms heavily over DC. Jose and Izzy. Alright. Fuck, I'm so shocked at this. I thought it'd be way higher. I really didn't think he'd get past Chuck. What's up, Chris? How are you, man? Good to see you, brother. I really didn't think he'd get past Chuck. Alright, I think that's where it stops. DC had years of dominance behind John Jones. He ended up getting the belt, interim at least twice, then went up and beat Stipe at the higher weight class. Jose nearly made it to the title at the lower weight class, but only held 1 weight class's belt. Jose's got a much deeper notables. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think that's where it stops. I think it goes Chuck, DC, Jose Aldo. I think that's where it goes. Where am I up to? Fight BJ or get a BJ. From who? From a woman? I'd rather get a BJ than fight BJ Penn. I'm not intentionally trying to grant Matt Serra legend status, I know. How about this? Unless a new champ loses their title in their next fight, or I will add, if they eventually lose their title to the former champ, and the former champ has more title defenses. How about we just keep it sort of In the ether, real Bruce Wayne. DC's gonna be under Woodley. I know. What's up, Chris? How are you, man? Chuck can't even spell BJ. True. Not if Woodley got KO'd by a Disney star. You're insanely deluded if you put Chuck above DC. Why do you value old head resume so highly? Their opposition is just cans. Oh! Chat, we've got it. Chat, we've got it. We've got the Lucas Tracy fallacy, chat. Does anyone in chat want to do this one for me? I'm kind of at the end of the stream and can't be bothered doing the whole thing. Just read that, Seabass. Just read that. Lucas Tracy, Modern Fighters. Quote from Lucas Tracy, John Jones' entire resume isn't worth one of Volk's wins. These guys aren't in the top 5. All right, Seabass. The modern fighter fallacy. Here we go, brother. Alex Pereira won 2 UFC titles and got a speed running record, all with just having kickboxing, without being a well-rounded MMA fighter, just like the old fighters used to do. DDP became a UFC champion without knowing how to throw a punch. Yuri Prohaska became a UFC champion without knowing how to move his head, or, and I quote in his last fight, knowing that raising your hands is good for defense. Alexandre Pantoja was literally a taxi driver when he won the belt. Ilya Topuria has become a double-weight champion without throwing a single high kick. Tim Elliott is still having a success in 2025. Dustin Poirier, who has no hips, pushed Islam Makhachev to 2-2 going into the 5th round at 35 years old. Khamzat Chimaev is the most dominant fighter in 2025, but he got taken to a draw by old man no knees having Kamaru Usman on 11 days notice. Jamal fucking Hill literally became a champion. Joaquin Buckley got to the top 7 of the welterweight division, which is the most competitive division in all of MMA, while his coach still works at IHOP and they're completely self-taught. Joshua Van became the #1 contender and won a belt despite not training in MMA until well after the pandemic. Glover Teixeira got dominated by John Jones and then boxed the fuck up out of Gustafsson when he was in his prime, but later on became a champion at 40 years old in the modern era. Jan Blachowicz couldn't get a belt in his 30s, but managed to get one in his 40s. Should I continue on, Seabass? Thank you very much for playing. I appreciate you. We shall get back to our discussion. Fucking Lucas Tracy. Every time. Fucking Lucas Tracy. Aldo beat Mendez 2 times. You only listed him. Aldo beat Mendez twice. You only listed him once. Jose Aldo. Yeah, but that's notables. I'm not even counting notables. I'm counting legendary wins. Legendary names of the game. Legendary games. Where am I up to? Oh, fuck, I was behind. Seabass, you'll make him pull up the poster. Don't make him pull up the poster. Only 12 more days, Jedhead. Only 12 more days. 4-time champion Frankie Edgar can get a look at. Frankie Edgar absolutely can get a look at him. I've got him on my notes. Why do I feel like you're going to put Aldo above Makhachev? No, I think I'm going to put Makhachev up pretty high. Old heads, it's not my fault. You literally just started watching Broccoli Head. Seabass definitely doesn't know who Ben Rothwell is. He definitely doesn't know who Ben Rothwell is. Seabass needs a big meaty hook. The Lucas Tracy retarded Seabass. I'll write down the rules for future reference. Thank you, Bruce Wayne. 50-year-old Glover Teixeira won against the modern era fighters. Modern fighters have better resumes. The opponents they beat and the divisions they fight and are far more skilled, resulting in a much harder time becoming a champ. Go back and watch Randy Couture versus Chuck Liddell. Seabass, thank you for playing. Brutally mogged. Modern fighters are the same ones who got picked for the title fights based on popularity. Exactly. Are you releasing a video today? Not today, Noob Cake. I'll do it tomorrow. Acting like Yuri wouldn't send Chuck to the Shadow Realm. Literally haven't watched Chuck fight. Silver beat Dan Henderson, who was the current Pride middleweight and light heavyweight champion, attempting to unify the belts, but Seabass would have no idea about that. No idea at all. It's the same with boxing. People think that the newer equals the better. It nullifies the past. I know. Most old school fighters in MMA and boxing were ranked in champions. They're there for a reason. I know they'd fight all over the world, but if it wasn't in the UFC, it didn't exist. Seabass was picked up by Dougie and swung around. Where does Mick Parkin fit into this? Ben Rothwell would get killed by the WCA for fun? No. Seabass thinks MMA was invented when Conor McGregor fought? Yep. Well-roundedness seemed more important in the middle era. Specialists seem to get away with it more these days. Specialists do get away with it a lot. I feel like I know more about the UFC than Seabass. It's alright. He's new here. Chuck is horrible for today's standards. What the fuck are you baiting? Literally go back and watch the fight. Go back and watch the fight and tell me how it doesn't look like a modern era fight. Go back and watch it. Watch Randy blast double legs. Watch Chuck fight the hands. Watch Chuck sprawl. Watch Chuck get his knees under his hips, get his ass against the cage. Do you really think kickboxing has changed that much in 30 years? Do you really think kickboxing has changed that much in 30 years? They've just revolutionized kickboxing. Do you really think so? Kickboxing's complete. Do you really think wrestling is completely different in the last 30 years? You had a wrestler versus a kickboxer. Go watch it. It looks like a modern day MMA fight. Go watch it. And then watch an Apex fight. Watch an Apex fight and then watch that fight and tell me where the difference is. The weight cutting and the cardio is the only difference, Seabass. You don't know what you're talking about. We've been over it 1,000 times. I don't think he's Pereira, retard. I don't think he's Pereira. I didn't bring up Pereira. Pereira is a different level. That's why Pereira is going on this list. You got here halfway through the conversation. You don't know what we're talking about, and you don't know MMA. You're a child. Six turn wins, 4 legend wins. You said Randy versus Chuck was high level? Go watch it. Go watch it. Seabass's blueprint light. I know. It's people like you who think ancient Greeks and... There you go. Seabass couldn't grapple his way out of a graper's basement. It's true. Pereira spent a couple of years training a sprawl and literally double champ Hall of Fame career. That is the modern era. Literally shotgun. Literally. Do you think the way fighters prepare for a fight is way more advanced? Oh yeah, the diet and conditioning is insanely different. The conditioning and the diet are like fucking worlds apart. Worlds apart. But like the kicking and the punching, the wrestling and the not really that different. Not really that different at all. But the cardio is insanely different. The pace is insanely different. And the weight classes have been tightened up. Like you essentially have to move everyone down a weight class. Seabass versus Guru in the wrestling, Seabass would lose. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to put DC just above Jose Aldo. I'm going to put DC just above Jose Aldo. Everyone's moving up one as DC enters the rankings. There we go. Lucas Tracy would vomit. Broccoli heads around the world vomiting. Broccoli heads around the world in absolute shambles. Shambles, shambles, shambles. Where am I up to? Where am I up to? I'll leave that up so you guys can peruse that. Hang on a second. I'll leave that up, then I'll go read some chats. Where am I up to? I was up to berating Seabass. Where was I up to? Where are you, Seabass? You little motherfucker. Bro, so Chuck versus Randy as Makhachev versus Volkanovski won. No, that's not what I said. Archimedes was a retard compared to any Gen Z because he wasn't on TikTok, man. Eric would rape Seabass. It's true, he would. Who is your legend, Ilya Tapuria? I've got Ilya Tapuria down the list, unknown edits. You can see it right there, man. The legend status qualifications list. Pay attention. Real Bruce Wayne has been locked in on this all day. I genuinely thought your list was a joke yesterday when I saw it. It's not a joke at all, Seabass. You're just, you should be on TikTok. Go watch Bedtime. Go watch Lucas Tracy. That's more your level of thinking. I think people see the one-dimensional fighters of the old age and judge them off that, yet we still have one-dimensional fighters today. Alex Pereira is literally just a kickboxer who picked up grappling 4 years ago, and he speed run the UFC. He's literally got a record for title defenses off just his kickboxing. But then people like Seabass will have to be like, modern era fighters are just so much more skilled. Even though RDR can't turn over a punch. He literally can't turn over a punch. Seabass is like, but the modern era fighter, they're just such a higher skill level. Dricus du Plessis throws a double punch. And was a champion. Dricus du Plessis thinks the way to do counter grappling is to just bench press Alex Pereira off him. And the Lucas Tracy heads think that the modern era fighter is so much more advanced than the old era fighter. They're retarded. I think we just did that one. If one man can hold you down, two men can grape you. Bro, these modern fighters cherry pick fights once a year. Meanwhile, the old gen fought numerous times a year with less tech. They deserve their flowers. They absolutely deserve their flowers. Seabus worships MMA math. I know. How do you not have Ahmed at 18, man? How do you not have Ahmed at number 18? A fighter becomes a champion, does not lose their next fight, and does not lose to the former champion in the next 3 fights, too. A fighter has a 5-fight win streak in the division while ranking in the top 5, excluding undisputed fights. Real Bruce Wayne, what I want you to do is I want you to copy and paste this, and next time I do a Legends tier list, bring it up then, please. I beg of you. If you thought Lucas Tracy got shit for his GOAT list, imagine how yours would be, Praseem, if it got the same views, which it won't, no offense. Ooh, view baiting. Ooh, you don't get a lot of views. You're a small channel. You'll never get the views. Thanks, mate. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, man. This long GOAT list process has been far more interesting than I ever thought it was going to be. Me too, Alpeg. I didn't expect it to go on this long. A fighter became... Oh, my God. Thank you, Real Bruce. I appreciate you. These rules can be amended. I appreciate you. Seabass made Lucas retired. No, Seabass needs Lucas. You have Volk at 10. I do have Volk at... Where do I have Volk right now? I do have Volk at 10. Brother, you trolling, brother. I'm not. I'm deadly serious. Alex Pereira would go smoke every non-heavy grappler fight. Mate, you're a retard. You are a retard, broccoli head. We can tell, okay? You think you're stoic. Okay, we can see the stoic photo. You're retarded. Go LARP somewhere else. Thank you, Good Noodle. I appreciate you for the $5, man. Twink Noodle is gone. We have started the gym run. Gained 15 pounds already. Also, I dislike them. And I'm going to get a Flukus physique. Based, Good Noodle. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Good Noodle. Get that physique. I can get it, son. On you, Good Noodle. I appreciate you, man. Seabass is legit retarded. Imagine having a worldview that narrow. I mean, that's what happens when you haven't lived. You know, you're 14 years old. You just watch the fights on TikTok. That's what happens. Remember this ass whooping well, Seabass. No shit, Pereira is a kickboxer. No shit. Dougie, are you going to jack off to Alexa Grasso's feet? Probably not, man. Let's not be too hard on Seabass. We love you, Seabass. I love you, Noob Cake, and how positive you are. I love you so much, man. Brandon Royval being called a legend yesterday doesn't help it. That is true. I shouldn't have done that. If one man can hold you down, two can grape you. True, Super Gamer. Andrei Arlovsky started fighting in 1999 and was beating light heavyweights until last year. I know, but the modern era fighter, Mr. C. Just because Andrei Arlovsky has literally had success for 35 years, they're just no good. 30% of modern fighters are shit. 90% was shit back in your day, Dinosaur. But we're not talking about all of the fighters back then, are we? We're just talking about the few legends. Not all of them. Let's just ignore the 14-year-old. No, we must educate him via ass whooping. You guys are extremely outdated. Mate, you haven't even started yet. Although I am going to be wrapping up the stream, guys. It's been going for an hour and 45 minutes. Seabus, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know when you can come back tomorrow when I do another stream and you can receive yet another verbal ass whooping, my friend. Please subscribe. Please set the notifications. I am now going to play the outro music and read all the way up to Good Noodle's chat. And then I'm going to get out of here, boys. There's the outro tune. Seabus, make sure you subscribe so I can spank you again tomorrow, young one. Seabus is the example of Conor versus Hamzat should be next. Seriously, he is. Seriously. I think Paddy Pimblett is a legitimate fighter. Bruce Wayne has been ruminating on the Legends list this entire time, and I love it. I love it. Even when Anderson fought someone not that good like Stephen Bonner, he beat him in round 1 while standing flat-footed against the fence with his hands down. That's exact. Like when he fought someone shit, he exposed them for being shit. So where does Royce Gracie... Where do we put Royce Gracie into the Legends list? Where do we put him? Where am I up to? I didn't mean to offend you with the view thing, Snowflake. Calm down, Dinosaur. I'm not offended at all. It's just an easy one. You know what I mean? It's just a, ooh, you got less views than Lucas Tracy. It's just not very creative. Tell Bus Rutan tell Bus Rutan he was a shit fighter. Tell him. Don't worry, I wrote that in my notes app and I copied and pasted it there. Good, Bruce. Good, man. Seabus believes John Jones is going to fight Tom Aspinall. Seabus probably believes that Cyril Gane should be elevated to the regular champion. The infamous marble statue Indian profile picture. There it is. I saw some retard say that Ilya is the best striker alive. What do you expect from them? I mean, what do you expect from them, Junior? What do you expect from them? More like Girth Noodle. Thank you again for the $5, Good Noodle. Seabus says, you're insane, bro. No one agrees with your takes beside the retirement home up in here. Good poster. Dude literally has a Roman statue profile. He's a caricature. I know. Noob Cake is better than the local drink. It's 2. Volk is number 10 GOAT. I can tell the number 1 is going to be JDM. JDM will be the greatest fighter of all time. Of all time. Seabass definitely calls John Jones the MMA GOAT who popped for steroids, beating his wife and hit and run a pregnant lady. True. Tell me right now at what light heavyweights that don't have elite grappling that would beat Pereira. Tell me right now what light heavyweights that don't have elite grappling would beat Alex Pereira. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you even talking about? What are you talking about? Genuinely, what the fuck are you talking about? Fake news, Noodle juiced up. No, good Noodle's the best. Modern Era couldn't remove the old guard at 155 for a long time. I know how long have the old guard been able to stay around. Dude literally brought up Waldo Tezacosta as a close decision to a 50-year-old Arlovsky that the media even scored for Arlovsky. Exactly. Arlovsky pushes on. All right, we're out of here, boys. Like the stream. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow for another stream. There will be a video tomorrow. Thank you, and operator. Thank you so much for the $10, man. I appreciate you, man. Seabus, make sure you subscribe. This is why we love Nacho. This is why we love Nacho. I will see you guys then. Video tomorrow, stream tomorrow around the same time. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for all the donations. You guys are legends. Thank you again, Good Noodle, for another $2. I appreciate you, man. I can't stay live. I got to go, brother. I'm sorry, mate. I got to get out of here. I am going to be doing a metered stream on Friday, so I will stay live for as long as you guys go with the meter. It'll be $1 for 2 minutes. $1 for 2 minutes. We'll do a metered stream then on Friday. See you guys then. Remember your elder pampers. Good on you, Seabus. Make sure to go and shave the sides tonight so that broccoli stays nice and froed up. Refund Good Noodle? Fucking never! I'll never refund Good Noodle. I'm playing the outro music. You know what happens when I play the outro music. Are you deciding them by their record? If you were recording them by their skills, then no 30 guys versus no your 10 guys at 140. What are you talking about? Are you deciding them by their record? What if you were recording them by their skills? Well, it's not a skills list. I've told you guys it's not a skills list. I've made the criteria clear from the start of the list. The skills is the least. What skills did you have to get how many quality wins to forge what legacy in the UFC? For the 30 best fighters in the UFC ever with the best legacy. This is the legacy. I made this very clear at the start of the list. It's not a skill for skill. It's what skills did you have to get quality wins to build your legacy. I made that so clear at the start of the list. I will see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate all of you. See you guys tomorrow. The legacy part of the criteria is what makes this thing so interesting. I know. All right, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate all of you. See you guys later. And it's in the UFC as well, not in Pride. See you guys. Bye. Appreciate